My grandpa's name was Earl Creighton, Earl Franklin Creighton. You feel free to look that up. He was the best. Won the Texas Chiropractic College's Centennial Award in 1995. I worked on the future board president in 1991, and all I told him was, I'm Creighton's granddaughter, and I know the work. That's all I said. He just wanted me to fix him after that. There is actually an expose on that on my YouTube channel, about 20 minutes, an interview. If you want to look it up. Yeah. My YouTube channel, I think, is linked. So, anyway, I wanted to read a letter to y'all. Basically, that's the reason why I'm the enemy and not their savior. This letter is dated July the 10th, 2000. You can find it at nsirtech.com. Let's see if you can see this. It's backwards, but it's letter 2. nsirtech.com/letter2. What it says, and it's Oklahoma State Board of Chiropractic Examiners, or Oklahoma State Chiropractic Board. 310 Northeast 28th Street, Suite 205, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73105, July 10, 2000. So it has been 24 years now. To the Board of Directors. And the reason why I wrote this letter was because another chiropractor here in town, I'd gone to him to try to interest him in learning my grandfather's work. When I mentioned the fees that Grandpa was collecting, which was $2,500 to $5,000, and that was in 1985, for what he called a case fee, which means person's hurt, sick, in bad shape, point A. Point B is they're healthy, free, move on with their life and done with the bullshit. They're pain free. Anyway, I said, you want to learn about this? Oh, yeah. He was interested in the fees. So I go in and I try to tell him, talk to him, and he's friendly until he finds out I'm not a chiropractor. Because that's, as soon as I get there, that's the next thing they want to know. Are you a chiropractor? No, I'm not a chiropractor. Why would I want to learn to be a chiropractor when I know y'all are fucked up in the head, Anyway, July 10, 2000, to the Board of Directors. I said, my name is Tammy Kennedy. I am the firstborn granddaughter of Earl Franklin Creighton, D.C., Ph.C., Doctor of Chiropractic, Philosophy with Chiropractic. Grandpa graduated from the Palmer School of Chiropractic March 11, 1925. Since his graduation, he has had a successful practice in Oklahoma and Texas. He was in Fort Worth, Texas, and just west of downtown Fort Worth, actually, on Hamilton Street. And I'm in Enid, Oklahoma, North Central. He started out in Shawnee, Oklahoma. When he first graduated from Palmer, he joined his sister Ruth in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Anyway, okay. So Grandpa graduated from the Palmer School of Chiropractic March 11, 1925. Since his graduation, he has had a successful practice in Oklahoma and Texas. He has had literature published in several chiropractic journals and has taught various doctors of his own philosophy and technique. He has been recognized among his immediate colleagues as having the best technique and is known to get results even when mainstream chiropractic philosophy and techniques have failed. Many times his efforts are immediately identified as having fixed the problem, and the results that he gets are many times permanently in place after only one adjustment. Grandpa told me that many times. It only took one time. And I've done it too. When it's fresh injury and they're young, one and done. Like I said, one and done. That's what it should be. And it was decisive what he did, which means he taught me right. And I'm decisive as well. Chiropractor, they can't succeed like that. Okay. He has elected during the past 12 years to illuminate me as to the truth that is in the human body. And I link that one to the Atlantic occipital and sacral, or the Atlantic occipital joints, which you can find at nsirtech.com/condyles, which talks about it's the core of it all. Until you recognize how the joint is designed and how it's formed, you can't understand how it works. So basically, their anatomy textbooks are wrong. So why would you trust anybody that doesn't know about the joint, the anatomical design of the joint that they're fucking with? Okay. I have willingly and eagerly learned his philosophy and expertise so as to not let his advanced insight perish upon his death. He has helped me in a way that I will never be able to repay and has restored a sickly girl to a healthy woman that is capable of repeating his work. I am ready for the trials of his profession. Whether his profession will be known as chiropractic or an art that has evolved beyond chiropractic is up to you. I left it up to them, basically. I am willing to undergo evaluation by the board in a clinical setting in order to prove that his work is capable of more than what chiropractic can offer. In so doing, if the board wishes to embrace my capacity and label me as being a chiropractor, then so be it. If not, then I will be forced to carry my grandfather's legacy on without you. God has made me of strong spirit, and I hold to the calling that I have been given. Sidebar. I'm not going to go live with anybody right now, guys. Sorry. Sidebar. Well, I worked on the future board president in 1991. All I said was I was Creighton's granddaughter the work. He didn't ask me any questions. Just wanted me to fix him. Second chiropractor, about 4 years later, I approached him. I think it was in 1995. Frank Kamschroeder, who ended up being their expert witness in the temporary injunction hearing. He tried to say that my grandpa's work wasn't his own. But when I first approached him, what happened was that I asked him first and foremost, do you know a man, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Earl Creighton? Oh, yeah, is what he told me. I said, I was kind of surprised. I didn't have a clue who my grandfather was. Oh, yeah. I said, well, who talked about him? Well, down around Oklahoma City, you know, where you get your license at the board level. I'm like, yeah. He said, they talked about him, is what he told me. Well, what'd they say? And this is what he told me, direct quote. If you ever get the chance to learn Creighton's work, jump on it. So here I am basically laying it in their lap. I'm laying it in their lap. The board has told another chiropractor here locally, if you ever get the chance to learn Creighton's work, jump on it. And I'm laying it in their lap. All they have to do is basically cooperate. And then I said, P.S. I said, I am currently in the process of producing a website that will illuminate the world as to the truth of his work. Your response to this letter will be duly reported, and the world will know the truth of the chiropractic authorities' intentions once and for all. I've just been talking about the chiropractors' intentions, what they want. You know, what they want is your money, is what they want. And they're not going to get the money they want if you're healthy and well. I implore you, don't play AMA to Palmer's efforts in the late 1890s and early 1900s. Embrace the truth, and you shall be rewarded mightily. Upon his retirement, Grandpa was receiving fees in the $2,500 to $5,000 range. These fees were usually paid at the time of the first visit by the patients themselves. The people who received his services were reported as not being willing to take millions of dollars in place of the health that he had restored to them. And don't forget that most of his clients at the time of his retirement had already been through the chiropractic chutes of failure. I am sure that there is a way to convince the insurance authority to pay when a value of this magnitude can be delivered. Let me work with you, not against you. That's my letter to the chiropractic board. Well, their response is that they're saying, oh, cease and desist the practice of chiropractic. That, you know, and I'm like, I'm not practicing chiropractic. I'm working on the chiropractors. Y'all are hurting. You know, if I'm practicing chiropractic, then you wouldn't be needing me to fix you people. And they were asking me to work on them because I worked on Bartell. I worked on Kamschroeder, and then I worked on a Bartell in Tulsa too. I've worked on more than just those three, but those are the three initial ones. And I'm a fire sign, like I said. I'm a fire sign, the Leo, the boss. That's what I was saying. I seen something on the fire signs, and who's the boss of the fire signs, and yeah, it's the Leo. So I told a friend, my daughter's friend actually, just this evening, I said, I'm going to have to embrace my nature. I'm just going to have to embrace my nature. I've fought it for so long, you know, but I'm born in the year of the dragon, and I'm the Leo. So there is no stronger pairing than what I am. I'm born to this. You know, my daughter was killed because of the research, you know, and if you look me up, Tammy Joy Kennedy, you'll find, you know, those stories too about police probing teenagers' death and that kind of stuff. What it was is that They were trying to steer people clear of my grandfather's work, and so naturally a character assassination is what took place. That's the health freedom fighters are telling me too. And they were going to teach me a lesson when I held no prescriptive power over her actual treatment protocol. You know, I wasn't trying to rock their world. I was just trying to keep her safe. And, you know, the healing arts, whatever, the healthcare system is severely flawed. I don't care which part you look at. And I mean all of it. I've been dealing with it for 36 years. 36 years. I've worked on chiropractors. I've worked on nurses. I've worked on massage therapists. I've worked on naturopaths, you know. I've talked to medical doctors. I've talked to, you know, anatomists. I've talked to the college professors. You'd be amazed the contacts I've made and the effort that I have put into this to try to, you know, educate the system. The system doesn't want to make improvements, especially the healthcare system. So I started writing my website because I had to reach beyond that muck and mire and garbage and crap in order to try to reach poor people that actually needed to get out of the mess. Basically hack into the matrix. You can call me Neo. Pretty much.